Wad Oma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Moma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Moma Guru Vajradhara Suhumahati Muni Shahasane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Pakya Kekudan Dagilu Pakya Kesudadagina Pakya Ketudan Dagi Dunyamechitu Jiagilo Makya Kekudan Dagilu Makya Kesudadagina Makya Ketuda Dagi Dunyamechitu Jiagilo Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Muni Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Muni Soha Muni Muni Mahamuni Shakya Muni Soha Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karuna. Thanks. Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karuna Soha Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karuna Soha. Okay, Bon pomeriggio, buenas tardes, good afternoon. So, today, let's continue with the commentary on NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, okay? Because still some parts we have to do, no? Yeah? So, let me have a look, 1 second. So, in the last, 6 months, we were going through in detail of the book, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, yeah? And actually we got up to, let's say, the Vajra Master Empowerment, we explain in detail, yeah? Then the page 162, there's the Secret Empowerment and the Wisdom Consort Empowerment, yeah? Okay, so, in Rinpoche kindly opened the door to the Vajrayana practice to us, yeah? Okay? But honestly, for us, what we need to do is concentrate on refuge, bodhicitta, the right view of reality, and healing the chakras, yeah, transforming our emotions, yeah, okay? It's already a lot. Rinpoche said many, many times, yeah, that we should concentrate on that and become a healthy, balanced person, you know, yeah? Because, I mean, all of us, you know, we want new bliss, we want emptiness, we want to fly to Dakini land, you know, we want to dissolve into a rainbow and all those kind of things, of course, but to get there, there's some steps we need to do, no? Yeah? So Rinpoche repeatedly, over the 30 years that he gave teachings in the West, he emphasized that first we need to become healthy, yeah, and have a healthy mind, and then, okay, fly to enlightenment we can do afterwards, you know? Yeah? That's true, yeah? So that's why, I mean, that's also why self-healing is written and the way it is, with a big emphasis on healing the chakras, yeah? Because if our chakras are healed, then we're not closed-minded, you know, we don't have unlimited desire to do internet shopping or whatever, yeah? Yeah? We don't feel angry and depressed, yeah? We don't worry about our future, yeah? And we're not full of fear, yeah? Okay, and if we are, that means we still have some work to do, yeah? Okay? Okay, so we need to, is it possible to have something with a picture on, Anila? Okay, maybe if I take one picture from the box over there, yeah? No, tomorrow I'm going to Verbania. Tomorrow's 21, isn't it, yeah? Okay, I made an appointment to go to the hospital to visit Lama Gyatso. I'm sure all of you are aware that Lama Gyatso from our community has been 5 months in the hospital in Verbania with severe COVID, yeah? And was 3 months in a COVID coma, yeah? But fortunately he's come back through blessing, whatever, very fortunate, no? And now he's in recuperation, yeah? So, okay, that's nice. Okay, so please, while we're talking, maybe those of you who like, you can write one nice message for him, yeah? Okay? Which, you know, I can give him tomorrow, yeah? Okay? So if you want to pass this round, yeah, and please, have you got a pen, Anila? Maybe write him something nice, because still some months he was very, very severely ill, almost die, you know, yeah? But yeah, anyway, he's come back but anyway, needs some more time there, so please write one nice message if you feel for him, okay? Actually, he's the third person I see like that, actually, yeah? Before in Germany, yeah, there was one Anila. Do you remember the Dutch Anila who used to be the assistant of Kundalini Rinpoche, yeah? Okay, remember her? Okay, then at one point she got cancer and then she became very, very ill. And finally she was in the hospital in Berlin and all her organs had failed, yeah, okay? So I went together with Lama Dechen, yeah, from our friend nunnery there, yeah, monastery there. And it was really incredible. You know, like the film Matrix, you know, when they see the people like batteries, yeah? When the machines are taking their energy, but the other way around. She had like 20 tubes coming out of her body, yeah? And she was on life support, and every single one of her organs had failed, but anyway, incredible, like cocoon full of machines, like 360 degrees, keeping her alive. So we thought, there's no chance to come back from this, impossible, so we did the funeral prayers for her, no? And then sometime later, she woke up, yeah? She came out of the coma and actually she recovered sufficiently to go home to the monastery, yeah? And then she spent like 3 months in a retreat, in Vajrayogini retreat, and then she passed away, you know? So then we asked her, like, you know, what happened, you know? And she said, actually, you know, I was like in coma, and then Tara appeared to me, you know? And then actually I came back, you know? Amazing, no? Yeah? So that's one true story, yeah? Also, our Venerable Tenzin-la, you know, of our community here in Albagnano, was also very ill with COVID in the hospital here in Verbania. Also, same thing, yeah, very, very sick, yeah, getting worse and worse, but also here in the community they did many prayers for Tara, and also actually he had a vision of Tara and came back, yeah. So, you know, Lama Jampa, I don't know, but anyway, I'll go and see him tomorrow, yeah. But anyway, good he's come back. I'm sure Rinpoche must have helped him, you know, because not easy to come back from that situation, yeah. Okay, thank you, yeah. So please, who likes, please sign the thing, yeah, okay? Okay, so, Anyway, so self-healing. Rinpoche, Lama Caroline, he emphasized a lot that we need to become healthy, balanced people. That's why he emphasized basically healing the elements and healing the emotions, yeah? And actually, the secret empowerment, yeah? Or mani pemi hum and all that, yeah? If it represents when the 5 elements and the 5 aggregates are actually pure and healthy, yeah? Okay? We have the beautiful picture over there, and also over there, yeah? We have 2 in the Gompa of self-healing, yeah? So this represents the state of awakening, Buddhahood. Buddhahood means our 5 negative emotions are transformed into 5 wisdoms, and our 5 impure elements or pranas are the pure ones, yeah? Okay? That's what we mean by Buddhahood, yeah? So any of us can achieve it if we apply the right method for long enough, okay? Yeah? And the secret empowerment represents that actual process coming to realization, fruition, yeah? So, why is it secret? Because until we get the experience, it's secret, no? Yeah, okay. And these days we were talking, actually, for that to happen, truly we need for the Kundalini, the Tumo, to awaken and to rise, yeah? That's part, like, for example, if an alchemist, no? Yeah? In the Middle Ages, or who knows, even these days, alchemists, yeah? They have, there was these ancient ideas of transforming like lead and base substances into gold, right? Yeah, okay. So this is, in the mystic traditions, alchemy is a symbol for spiritual transformation, yeah, okay. So the alchemical fire is the fire of the tumo or the kundalini, yeah. So actually yesterday and the days before, we were doing, our friends were showing very beautifully some of the exercises of NgalSo Tantric, yeah. Which is like the, let's say, the way to switch on the tumo, actually, yeah, okay? So why we need to keep on doing those exercises again and again is until we wake up our inner energy, yeah? When the energy is going, yeah, then we can start to do this inner transformation, of transform on a much deeper level than we can do at the moment, yeah, okay? So yesterday, by the way, you all did very well, very beautifully, the Trilko, yeah? I was there watching, no? Yeah, okay, very, very good. It's very improved, yeah? Greatly improved, much better, yeah? So I was thinking, actually, Rinpoche, he wanted to call it NgalSo Trilko of Great Joy, yeah? Okay, that was the name he gave for it, yeah? Okay. So I think each time we need to introduce little more, because there's many, many steps, yeah? And so actually very good actually now, yeah? Perfect, yeah? So I was thinking actually, yesterday when I went home to my casita, I thought, where is the anorak? Not anorak, yeah? And so what's an anorak, yeah? So an anorak is a little like mini skirt for Trilko, yeah? Okay? Actually, so Rinpoche, maybe you don't know, actually he designed some. An anorak is a kind of Tibetan short, yeah? But it's not really shorts. What it is, how can I explain? You see over there, but on the desk, yeah? There's like that frill around that table, yeah? Okay, that frilly thing, yeah? Okay, so normally in Tibetan gompas and temples, we have these frills all around, yeah? Okay, so these are temple decorations, yeah? So the anorak is a decoration for the temple of the body, yeah? That's why you have, everybody's like, oh, why do I have to wear a miniskirt, to do Trilko, yeah? I don't want to wear a miniskirt, but you're not wearing a miniskirt, yeah? You have to, the idea is that our body is a temple, yeah? Okay? So anyway, so Rinpoche made 2, one for ladies, one for men, yeah, with different colors, yeah? Red for women and white for men, and the men one has the colors of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, the 5 Supreme Healers, and the woman one has the color of making peace with the environment, yeah? So actually I went home to look for it, because there's only 2 at the moment, yeah? Okay, I've got the prototypes, yeah? But it's in Spain, so what I'll do is I'll bring it back next time, yeah? And maybe we can make some here, no? For those who like, free, gratis, yeah? Because there's some meaning to these things, Because actually now you're doing super well, because the feeling is, it's like Saraha said, I've wandered throughout all the holy places of India. I've been to all the temples, all the rivers, all the mountains, all the lingams, all everywhere, And he said the most blissful temple is the temple of my own body, yeah? So that's why we have to put the anorak, not the anorak, it's called anorak, yeah? Okay, if you want, if not, little shorts are okay. Little shorts that need to be blue or green on the outside and red on the inside, because it's like, you can see actually on that decoration over there, it's the same, red and green. Why? Because it's showing the process of transformation of the energies, no? So what does green mean, everybody? Wind. What does red mean? Fire, exactly. So there's some point there, no? Yeah? Okay. In the Tibetan idea, blue and green is more or less the same. Yeah, okay, bluish, greenish, okay. So, or of course, do whatever you like is also okay, huh? But anyway, I thought maybe I'll find it, yeah, because Rinpoche designed it and he wanted us to use these things, yeah, okay. So next time I come to Albagnano, which will be in October, because I'll bring it, yeah. And then we find some, I don't know, we have the two Angelas, don't we, who are doing sewing. If not, we find somebody else who can do. And we can make some of these things, yeah? So you need your anorak, yeah? And you need one of these, actually, yeah? And then you've got your whole outfit of trollcore, yeah? Yeah? Pronto, yeah? Okay? Yeah? This is actually, yeah, this is one of my friends in the Malaysia group that said, save money on the sofa. No need to go to IKEA, yeah? No, because this is also for, to sit, no, comfortably, yeah? Sit with your back straight, no, yeah? Okay, and hold your body in a healthy position so you can meditate, yeah? Okay? Anyway. So I'll do that, yeah? Okay, so anyway, secret empowerment is waking up the Tumo energy when it really works, yeah? Then that incredible inner alchemy will happen. Anyway, to create some positive impression, we do like this in self-healing, yeah? Okay? And then we'll keep doing for long enough, and one day it will really happen, and be like, ooh, amazing, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Okay, so, anyway, like I say, it's secret till you get the experience, That's why it's called secret, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so, one second. No, Rinpoche was really, really super mega kind to us, like so kind we can't even understand, And also we're not so quick even, also me, I'm not so quick. I suddenly, this morning I woke up and thought, wow, amazing, Because self-healing is making peace with the chakras, right, yeah, okay? Yeah? Then making peace with the environment is making peace with the pranas, the elements, yeah? And then we have Semso, remember that one? Making peace with the tigli, yeah? Because these are the three things we need to purify, the chakras, the winds, and the drops, yeah? In order to achieve awakening, yeah? So Rinpoche so kindly provided us with everything, yeah? But now we need to practice more and try, Okay, so, any questions till now about secret empowerment or anything like this, yeah? No? Good. Okay. Look, if we explain all this in detail, then we have to explain the whole of the Tantric grounds of paths, yeah? It's huge, enormous teaching, but honestly, at this point, there's not really much point. Yeah, we need to concentrate on healing our elements, healing our emotions. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Rinpoche emphasized like this for many, many years, so there's a reason why. Yeah. However, if you're interested, there's things like this, commentary on the Tantric grounds and paths. If not, there's the jeweled staircase commentary of Lama Caroline, which we have in our shop. Yeah, in English. So if you want to know these things, they're freely available through Albagnano, yeah? There's very, very long and detailed commentaries, yeah? Okay, then, page 127, yeah? Concluding union of bliss and emptiness, generating the pure light and nectar energy like a pure crystal, page 127, yeah? Absorbing the higher chakra energies into the heart with mantra, mudra, and concentration. Perform the prayer mudra, then the hugging mudra at the crown, throat, and heart chakras. Om Mahasukha Hum. Then absorbing the lower chakra energies into the heart with mantra, mudra, and concentration. Perform the prayer mudra and the hugging mudra at the secret navel and heart chakras. Om Mahasukha Hum. We need to wake up and transform our principal male and female energies of the subtle body and mind by method and wisdom to generate bliss and emptiness. This purifies our two obscurations, increases our two accumulations, and leads to the final result of the Buddha's holy body and mind. We need to make the conclusion at the heart and not lose our precious bliss and emptiness energy in a crazy or uncontrolled way. So we need to invest it in our spiritual heart center bank. We need to invest wisely and continue this bliss forever. This is the best investment, yeah? Okay? And then it says, for more detail, see the explanation, and it talks about the 16 joys, yeah? Okay? So we've addressed that yeah? Okay, in union with our peace consort. When we're doing this, yeah? We're imagining all the pranas and tigli, the bindu, the energy gathers into our crown chakra and moves downwards, yeah? So when we do this, we should actually have the feeling of it happening, yeah? Okay? You know? So when we, first the upper energies are moving downwards to here, the heart chakra. When we do this, the lower energies are rising, yeah? So this is exactly what happens when we go to sleep, actually. I don't know if you ever had this sensation, yeah? If you're like super tired, yeah? I don't know, me, when I'm very tired, I feel like here in my heart chakra, you know? Like you can feel like the energy here, no? Yeah? Why? Because when we go to sleep, the energy is entering there, no? I don't know, or is it just me? Huh? Yeah? In your back, yeah? 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 But you feel something, don't you, around your heart here, no? In the center of your body, no? Because, like, anyway, when we go to sleep, this is what happens, yeah? And until one's winds gather into the heart, yeah? You can't actually go to sleep, yeah? Okay? So, every day when we fall asleep, without choice, actually, we just fall asleep because we're tired, no? Yeah? So then what happens is that the mind shuts down in a sequence, yeah? So here we're full of, like, smartphone and computer, no? So when you switch it off, it shuts down in a sequence, doesn't it? It always does the same thing, yeah? And so does our body and mind, yeah? So Rinpoche, in many, many of his practices, like the combined practice, for example, goes through again and again this sequence of the elements absorbing, no? Yeah? And Rinpoche, every time the screen went down, yeah? Which was like very, very often, yeah? Rinpoche would make us meditate on this, yeah? Wouldn't he? Yeah? On the earth element absorbing into the water element, into the fire element, yeah? Into the wind element, into the space element, yeah? Okay? Why? Because this is the natural process, actually, of going to sleep, yeah? So, when we go to sleep, yeah, first thing is you feel like, I don't know, first you're like, then as you kind of go to sleep, yeah? First you feel like very heavy, like kind of sinking into your pillow now, don't you? Like more heavy, yeah? Okay? And then your eyes shut, yeah? Okay? Then gradually you can't hear anything, and then you can't smell and you can't taste, yeah? And you gradually your mind shuts down, no? Your gross mind, and then what happens is the subtle mind wakes up, the subconscious, we call it in the West, yeah? And together with that, actually, there's a series of like inner experiences, which I think probably everybody had some of them because they're natural experiences, you know? So, for example, like when we go to sleep, sometimes we go like that, yeah? You know what I mean? There's like a flash, yeah? Okay? Yeah? I think everybody at least once or twice in their life must have had that, yeah? No, it's true, no? Huh? Like who put the light on, yeah? So the light is the light from our own mind, yeah? Actually, when our subconscious mind wakes up and our gross mind shuts off, yeah? So, when we talk about Tantra, what we're trying to do is recognize the natural experiences, yeah? Of the essence of our life, yeah? And then use in a more conscious way, yeah? Why? Because now we're lost in illusion, yeah? Okay? Now we don't see things properly and everything goes wrong, yeah? Okay? On the individual and the collective level, yeah? So what we try and do is like become conscious of the fundamental processes of life, yeah? Okay? And then use these deep minds in a more profound way, yeah? In order to develop compassion and understand reality, yeah? So, when we do this on Mahasukha, yeah, okay, if you do, actually what you should, if you're doing it at home, then you should like switch off your, I don't know, MP3 or whatever you're following, or just stop, yeah, and meditate, yeah. Meditation, gom, means to become familiar with something positive. So if you've got time, just sit there and feel the element, the energies absorbing into your heart, yeah. So minimum that should happen is that you feel like very nice and you feel like much more meditative, yeah. Because the process of meditating is similar to going to sleep, actually, yeah? Except we're more conscious, hopefully. I mean, sometimes when we meditate, we fall asleep, no? But the idea of meditating is to enter the subconscious, but with a more, let's say, it's not a deep level of unconsciousness as when we sleep, yeah? There's going to sleep, dreaming and waking up, okay? It's like a cycle, yeah? So, you know, like some, what do you call it, health centres, they have like those really deep swimming pools with the diving board, which I'm too scared to go on, but anyway, you know those diving boards when they have those really deep pools, yeah, okay? So if you jump off one of those and then you go, whoosh, you go very deep down into the water, don't you, like 5 meters, yeah? And then what you have to do is come back up again, yeah? And then you come up and get the air, yeah? So this is like every day we do this, yeah? When we go to sleep, we dive down into our consciousness, yeah? And actually what we reach is what's called the clear light, yeah? Which is the deep fundamental state of human consciousness, yeah? The pure part of our mind, but mostly we don't recognize, yeah? Yeah? Why? Because before there's a kind of like fainting feel, like we go unconscious, that's the problem, yeah? So most people, they never recognize that, yeah? Okay, but anyway, that's where we reach, then we come up, and as we come up, we dream, yeah? And then finally, we come through out the water, yeah? And then we have like the normal mind again, you know? Okay, and we do that every single day, yeah? Of our lives, yeah? Dive deep into the mind, we dream, and we come back to so again and again, you know, I don't know how many thousands of times we did already, yeah? But many, many thousands of times, no? In this life, yeah? So, when we meditate, we do the same thing, yeah? We try to. Like when we do this, we dive deep into the nature of the mind, we try and reach even the clear light, yeah? Then after that, we arise in the dreamlike states, yeah? Which is arising as Buddha, as the Yidam, yeah? Okay? Yeah? And then we practice taking a pure rebirth, yeah? Coming back up to the normal state of consciousness. So in meditation, we train to do that in a more conscious way. So this has incredible benefits for our life, yeah, in many, many different ways, yeah? And also, ultimately, when we do come to die, unfortunately, we all have to die, yeah? Then also that is much easier, more beautiful, more happy, yeah? So in the Tantric tradition, they say that those who've trained in meditation, when they come to die, it's like the child meeting the mother after being in another country, far away for another. Now we can relate to this, yeah, because during the pandemic, many of us couldn't see our mothers, yeah, yeah, because we had many restrictions, yeah, okay. So I mean, like, so imagine it's true. No, many of us have been unable to see our family for 1 or 2 years, yeah. So imagine we get to see your family, so happy, no. Like the meeting of the child and mother after such a long time, yeah? So the meeting of the son and the mother clear light is like that, yeah? So the son or child clear light is the one that the experience we have of recognizing the very subtle mind by meditating, yeah? And the mother clear light is the one that appears in the death time, yeah? Okay? So we need to put our experience of meditation together with the experience of death, and then beautiful, yeah, okay? Then death becomes a spiritual experience, yeah, okay? So Tantra is training for these kind of things, yeah? And 1 second, Matteo, yeah? And so then, like Rinpoche said, when we die, it's journey to a new life, a new energy, okay, yeah? You know, as Rinpoche La and other great masters have shown us, yeah, okay? Rinpoche La Lama Caroline, one of the things he said that when he first came to the West in 1982, he said, you know, there's already many great masters here, yeah, very erudite, very wonderful. So me, I don't need to give a lot of teachings, he said, but what I want to do is show the power of the Dharma, yeah? Yeah? I want to show you the healing power of the Dharma, and also that the Dharma is still true, you know? And one thing he used to say, I remember, is he said, he also wanted to show that reincarnation was true, yeah? So he said that was one thing he was going to show us. He was going to, you know. Because why? Because in the modern society, many people don't believe it, yeah? Yeah, they say, yeah, I'm a Buddhist, but deeply we have very big doubt about these things. So he said, I said, I will die and I'll come back and I'll show you. Yeah? And he said, that's part of my teaching in the West, yeah? Yeah? Anyway, so this part we're still waiting, please. We'd like to see as soon as possible, please, Rinpoche La, okay? Yeah. So he said many times like that, okay? Yeah. So yes, Matteo, what would you like to say? Please, you have to speak in the microphone if you want to say anything, yeah?
So first I have one question that is, you were saying, you were saying that the Mother Clear Light is the one that you reach when
you die.
When you die, no? Yeah. But and generally we say that we can reach enlightenment in one life, no? Ah. And the enlightenment can be reached in one life only when you are dead, because you're saying that it's dead.
You can reach enlightenment before you die. Yeah, it's not necessary. That's one of the interesting facts of Tantra, that you can reach heaven on earth. Yeah, the Mother Clear Light is everybody dies. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, we all have to die. Yeah, but that's why we're here. Yeah, okay. Finding a solution. Yeah, okay. So everybody in the world, whether you are any human, any insect, any being, yeah, with a mind, at the time of death they experience the clear light, yeah, okay? But most, let's say 99.9999% of the people cannot do anything with it, yeah? In fact, it's so overwhelming, they say that everything arises from the clear light, everything returns to the clear light, but normal people, actually, they run away from the clear light. They say, no, I want to get back to this, and this, and this, yeah, to stay in the state of pure human consciousness, too high, you know. Yeah? So the Mother Clear Light is the one that every single person in the world experiences, yeah. But the Sun Clear Light is when we do something with it, yeah. That we learn, we train, we recognize, you know. You know, otherwise it's just something like incredibly overwhelming, you know. If you read like these, you know, there's many reports now of people who had like near-death experience, you know. There's many interesting stories, no. And so many people say, okay, you know, they're going through this tunnel to the light and all this, yeah, but somehow this light is like overwhelming, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I remember years ago, no, Roy had many years ago, no, you had a collection of these stories. Was it you or was it Keith, yeah? Come and talk here, yeah?
I have only one little experience that, not mine, no, but as Alex, no? Alex, our friend Alex, that he was really interested on this part of Mahasuka, no? And he was asking Rinpoche not so long ago by his dreams or something, like, Rinpoche, please help me, no? I'm really doubting how to do this, no? And he was saying that before he was going to sleep, no? Like this state of dreaming, not dreaming, and he was asking this help because he didn't know what to do, and he appears, Rinpoche appears in front of him, tell me, what do you need, no? And it's like, okay, Rinpoche, I have this question, what to do in the moment when I finish the mudra, what to do, no? What I have to do. And he said, just listen. And this, before he was saying this, before Alex was telling this story to us, we were in Annabelle's house. It was kind of a party, no? Before he was saying all this, Elena, she appears with strawberries and cream, no? So,
no auspicious sign,
yeah, really beautiful, no? Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I think Rinpoche, you know, like you said, the secret empowerment is secret, you know. Yeah. We have to experience it, and maybe also means like we should, you know, we have to have the experience, yeah. Because we're like, oh, how will it be, you know? Finally, we just have to, you know. Yeah.
Thank you, Lama.
Yeah. No. Anyway, Roy, come and tell us about the near-death experience study group. Yeah?
A group of us at the Manjushri Centre in England decided to join...
Some time ago.
Yeah, some time ago. the International Association for Near-Death Experiences, which was based in England. So they collected hundreds of accounts of people's reports who were maybe in a car accident or died on the operating theatre, where there was a complete shutdown of the body and they were sort of clinically dead, according to the doctors. And many people have an experience of, first of all, a very common one, is leaving the body and looking down and seeing your dead body beneath you. And many people have reported this, and even have noticed things in the room that have been verified later. For example, one person saw a pair of trainers on top of a cabinet in the room that had been forgotten about and all dusty. So when they were resuscitated, they told the doctors, and they checked, and they said, "Oh, there is one." So there is some kind of real experience happening there. And the second phase, which lots of people reported, was that you leave the body and then you're sort of either drawn upwards or in some cases downwards. And when you go upwards, they describe a tunnel. And at the end of the tunnel is a bright light. And people travel along this tunnel and come out into a very beautiful place. I mean, this happened to my mother, actually. She described that she was in a very beautiful place in nature with green fields and so forth. And so when it came for her to die, she wasn't afraid of dying because she knew where she was going. Another thing that many people describe is meeting a religious figure. Many Eastern people meet Jesus. And many Western people meet Hindu or Buddhist or so forth figures. And even meet already deceased relatives and friends. So this is a temporary separation of the body and the mind. Just like sleep is a temporary separation of the body.
Death is a permanent separation. No?
Yeah, and the actual death is a permanent separation.
Oh no, but it's near death, yeah.
Yeah, but near death is a temporary separation. Some people have a negative near-death experience, which they're quite often reluctant to talk about. But I had one friend who was very depressed and took a big overdose of painkillers, and she had a near-death experience.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You've got very strong breath, yeah?
Oh, sorry.
That's it. It's okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And
Too much sulfur, you've got strong breath.
she found herself going down into a dark place, and she was repeatedly killed and then resuscitated many times. And she prayed, please let me escape from this place, you know. And luckily, she woke up from this experience when she was resuscitated by the medical team. Okay. So that was her internal experience, and you know, from then on, she found great meaning in her personal, spiritual, and mystical beliefs. Okay.
Thanks, Roy.
Okay.
Actually, in the Tibetan tradition, these people are called delog, you know, these people that, I mean, okay, they didn't have like surgery, but some people anyway, they have near-death experiences. And they're like NgalSo Tantric, she's a famous one, delog, who had a near-death experience and travelled through the heavens and the hells and then came back and became a great spiritual teacher, yeah? So, like, it's true, there's many of these near-death experiences, many, also they're not, these are true, yeah, okay? I remember of all the ones I read, the majority is positive, yeah? And not very few is negative. Now, I remember one time we were in Gaunt's house in England, also Roy was there, and Nune was there, I don't know if any else of you were there, but there came one lady, yeah, English lady, and she'd had some surgery, abdominals. She came to see Rinpoche, yeah, because we were doing a course about death, yeah, okay, and death and Tibetan Buddhism, yeah. Now this lady had like some abdominal surgery of some kind, yeah, and she'd kind of died on the operating table, her heart had stopped, and then they revived her, yeah, okay. So why she came to see Rinpoche is she'd never had any interest in Tibetan Buddhism, but she said on the operating table, when she saw like this kind of like red light, she said it was like looking into a foundry, you know, like a metal foundry where they melt metal, and then it got like hotter and hotter, so it went from like red to like bright white, yeah, okay. And so then she felt very attracted to go into this white light, but she said, if I go, then she had this feeling, if I go in there, I'm never coming back, yeah. So then she said, you know, like the Roadrunner cartoon, what do you call that in Italian? You know, there's a bird and a coyote, yeah? What's it called? There's a cartoon, there's a bird running like this, and there's a coyote, a wolf that runs after it. What? Willy Coyote, and there's a bird, no? Yeah? Okay, so she said, like the bird, it goes like, yeah, and it stops. So she said she went like this, yeah, and stopped before the clear light, yeah, 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 because she said, if I go into there, I'm never coming back, yeah, yeah, and then she woke up, she was revived and woke up, yeah. So that's why she came to see Rinpoche, and we said to her, have you ever read any books on Tibetan Buddhism or anything like that? She said, no, never, but I saw there was this Tibetan Lama coming to, you know, wherever. And so I really want to understand what happened to me, you know. So I found that really kind of interesting, you know, because she was not a spiritual practitioner or anything like that, but she had that experience, and she came and told Rinpoche, you know, and I heard, you know, because she was talking to Rinpoche, yeah. So these things are absolutely true, and not just her, actually. Over the years, we've met several people who came to talk to these experiences with Rinpoche, you know, about, you know, like, some people are extremely ill who had near-death experiences and revived, you know, like with cancer and things, no? So these things are true, yeah, okay? So, if it's true, we need to do these things in the best way. So we go into the light of our own mind, yeah, okay? And if you can read all these things nowadays, like, so people, yes, there's the tunnel of light, which is your own mind, yeah? And then people do very often see, I don't know, Jesus, Buddha, whatever, yeah? Depending on what's in your own mind, by the way, yeah, okay? So if all the life you see, you're praying to Madonna del Mar of El Palo, Malaga, yeah, okay, then probably guess who you're going to see, yeah? Yeah, Madonna del Mar, yeah? And if you pray all your life to Ganesh, you're going to see Ganesh and so on. It's what you've got in your own mind usually, yeah? Or maybe it could be your grandmother or something. That's why people have all these kind of impressions, yeah? And that's why in Tibet they have this terma, the treasure text called the Bardo Thodol, explaining these things for the dead, yeah? Yeah, but that's very specifically to the Tibetan culture. So Rinpoche, Western people have this very big fascination for the Bardo Thodol, yeah, because it's one of the earliest things that was translated into Western languages, yeah. But the thing is, unless you spent like 50 years of your life watching the same Tibetan performance of the dancers with all the gods and after death, maybe it won't fit with your mind, yeah, okay? 43 wrathful Buddhas, 27 peaceful ones, the Dakinis of the East, and the whole thing, yeah? So Rinpoche said, actually, what we see is in our own mind is the 5 supreme healers and the 5 great elements, yeah? And that manifests according to each person's mind and their culture, yeah, okay? Because the 5 supreme healers, they represent 5 states of consciousness, no? Yeah? So actually, in the book called Journey to New Life, New Energy, yeah, which is actually a big fat book, yeah, with many, many things, yeah? Inside there is what we call the NgalSo Bardo, which is explaining, according to Rinpoche, like not all this, like 43 gods here and second, all that kind of stuff. Just 5 Father Buddhas, 5 Mother Buddhas, yeah? The basic building blocks of the human mind, yeah? Okay? So anyway, so maybe one time we can look at that, yeah? Okay? So yeah, anyway, so in Tantra, what we try and do is practice. So Rinpoche, scream came down many, many times. We all did it, didn't we, yeah? Yeah. Normally we'd been here for 6 hours and like, I want a coffee and I want a cappuccino and I want a brioche, and then scream would come down. And then we need to spend some more hours doing like, earth dissolving into water into fire. Rinpoche was trying to show us what was really, really important, yeah? Okay? So this we definitely need to continue. Maybe when the scream works, we can have a revival, yeah? We can do the combined practice or something like we used to do with Rinpoche, yeah? So anyway, Mahasukha is this, okay? Yeah? It's not just, it's not just singing, yeah? We imagine that the elements are absorbing into the heart chakra, and if we practice for long enough and clean our chakras, our elements and our drops and everything, we receive the Guru's blessing, we do Trulko, we have definite emergence, bodhicitta, understanding of reality, then one day it will happen, yeah? Yeah? Anyway, minimum that will happen is you do like this. Fall asleep, yeah? Okay, and then can go on from there, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Of course, Please ask here, yeah?
Okay, so when we do the combined practice of the dissolution of the elements, especially when we practice it at night, so after the reabsorption of the, starting from the lower part, okay, so Lam, Bam, Ram, Yam, He, then we have Om, A, Hum, Ho. So, Ho is the clear light.
Okay, so Rinpoche, I asked Rinpoche many times about this, yeah? Okay.
No, just finish the second one. So, if the O, if whatever, so when is the Bardo starting? So, is the clear light, what you say, the Tana, blah, blah, we see this clear light, and then the Bardo starts. Or the clear light is actually the end of the Bardo.
Okay, so first, no, Nune, stay here, please. Please, Nune, please, let's do it together. Let's show what we're talking about. This is the stupa now we have Rinpoche stupa, yeah? Okay, here. The stupa represents what? The shape of the stupa is this meditation. Rinpoche showed us hundreds of times this meditation, yeah? Okay? So please, let's do together, like Lam Lam and so on, yeah? Your beautiful voice, yeah? And then I'll tell you the answer, yeah?
Lam, 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 ho, shuddhe, soha, lam, ho, atishkyana, atishkiti, soha, bam, 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 bam. Shuddhe Shuddhe Soha Bamo Atishkyana Atishkiti Soha Ram 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 Ramo Shuddhe Shuddhe Soha Ramo Atishkyana Atishkiti Soha Yam 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 Ho Shuddhe Shuddhe Soha Yam Atishkyana Atishkiti Soha He 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 Ho Shuddhe Shuddhe Soha He Ho Atishkyana Atishkiti Soha Om 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 Ah 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 Hum 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 Shanti Kuruye Soha Kana Atishkiti Soha.
Now we need to come back out again, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah? Okay.
Then
First do the meditation, then we talk about it, yeah?
First meditation.
Now we come back out, yeah? Backwards. Rinpoche always used to go like this, then we had to go backwards and return, yeah?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we do the rebirth process. Atikana Shanti Kuriye Soha.
Pushrim Kuriya Soha.
Pushrim Kuriye Soha. Pushrim Kuriye Soha. Pushrim Kuruye Soha. Om 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 Pushrim Kuruye Soha. Shuddhe Kuruye Soha. Yam 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 Ho Pushrim Kuruye Soha. Ram 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 Ho Pushrim Kuruye Soha. Bam 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 ho pushrim kuruye soha. Lam 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 ho pushrim kuruye soha.
So, this meditation is training in absorbing the mind into the clear light, yeah? And then returning, yeah? Okay? So this is like the process of going to sleep, dreaming and waking up, or one day dying, bardo, and rebirth, yeah? So, okay, here is, it's like we imagine a stupa inside of us. Here is square earth, round water, red, like the stupa, like Rinpoche stupa, red fire, yeah? the wind, okay, on the stupa they have like the bells, no? That's the wind element, yeah, okay? And then the space element is like that drop thing on the top of the stupa, yeah? So all Tibetan stupas, they have that kind of shape to show that the elements absorb in that way, okay? So that is the gross mind shutting down, yeah? So when you go to sleep, you can imagine like that, it's very good, yeah? So you can actually, nicest to put like, I don't know, like in Spain, no? We have some friends and they made like, you know, like with sparkly cardboard paper, you know, like the stuff we do for children, yeah? Okay, with glitter, yeah? So they made like, actually really nice, yeah? Big glittery gold earth element, glittery, you know, stick them on the wall and look at them when you go to sleep, it's nice, yeah? Looks, yeah? So, okay, so first there's that, yeah? Okay, your eyes shut, you don't hear, it could be good enough if you live in a noisy place, yeah? You don't smell, you don't taste, yeah? You're going, okay. Together with a series of inner visions that sometimes happen. Then Om is what we call the white vision, A is the red vision, and Hung is the black vision, yeah? So, Om means you get in touch with the white bodhicitta in your crown chakra, yeah? And it's like a light, bright light, yeah? Light looking straight into the full moon, yeah? So when you've got like that and wake up, yes? Who put on the light? That's that moment, yeah? Okay? The red one, this is the next level, some kind of more difficult to see, but our venerable friend Sangye Pola, aka Pete, he used to say that he had no trouble seeing this red vision, yeah? Yeah, okay, yeah? Yeah, Pete, our Pete, yeah? Who passed away here, no? But he used to say he used to see very often this red vision, yeah? Why? As he was getting near death, yeah? He told me like this, yeah? So these things are true. The black vision is when the two energies meet in your heart, and then it's like blackout, yeah? That's why we're all afraid of death, because we feel like it's finished, yeah? Okay? In the Kajupa tradition, they have a very nice way of looking at that. Their Lama has a black crown, yeah? Okay, the Karmapa. So they say the black is the crown of the Karmapa, you know? Yeah, so then for them, black is nice, yeah? So then I was thinking maybe we should think, I don't know, you know, Rinpoche used to have the black beard, yeah? So we should think like Rinpoche is there, you know, like that's, you know, we have some nice feeling rather than fear, you know? So that's how they do it, you know? After that comes the clear light, yeah? So normally we say the clear light is in the heart, yeah? But Rinpoche said we have to visualize here in the navel chakra when we're practicing, yeah? Yeah? Golden light here. And I asked Rinpoche at least 10 times, why, yeah? And Rinpoche said because it's, if you meditate here, people get problems, yeah? Okay? It's too strong for people to gather the energy into the heart. Then they get what you call soglung, yeah? Which not is a profound state of anxiety, okay? Yeah? He said, better we concentrate the energy goes into the navel chakra, then it's very comfortable, very easy, yeah? Because it's not only here that the energies can enter, actually there's 10 places in the subtle body where they can go inside the central channel, yeah? So always we try and actually gather the energy, like in the Trulko we're doing here, aren't we, yeah? Because that's much more comfortable, more safe, more easy, yeah? Okay? So, anyway, whether it goes there or whether it goes here, the clear light is the profound state of human consciousness. When we're supposed to train to recognize that, yeah, and meditate on emptiness with the mind of bodhicitta, yeah? When that mind finishes, yeah, anyway, for a normal person, anyway, they don't meditate, no, yeah? Immediately afterwards comes the bardo. What does the bardo mean? Bardo means between. Between what? Death and life, yeah? But Rinpoche, Lama Caroline, he said, actually, there's many bardos. And he said, every time we're like, every time we can't decide, he said, we're in a bardo, yeah? Sure. So it means all the time we're in a bardo, actually, yeah? So he said, also, there's a bardo between life and death. He said, there's many bardos, yeah? Not just that one, yeah? But the bardo, the between mind, yeah? For a normal person, they stay very short time in the clear light, yeah? And then you take the form of your next life, actually, yeah? Okay? Whatever you will be, or like some kind of like white form, yeah? In the bardo, yeah? Okay? The bardo is a projection of your own mind, so how is the bardo? Depends on your own mind. Everybody has the individual experience, yeah? And then after some time, yeah, it's like a big casino, mostly. That's why we do the Om Mani Padme Hum meditation, yeah, to close off the possibilities of going in the wrong way, yeah. what do they call it? NgalSo in Tibetan, yeah? It means, you know, like Breaking Bad, it means going bad, yeah? It means going in the wrong way, yeah? So to stop the NgalSo, going down, the mind going in the wrong direction, we do Om, like when we pray for the dead, no? Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. So beautiful, no? We're in the Kumpan, no? With Rinpoche, no? We used to sing this for hours and hours and hours, you know? So beautiful, no? So the bardo, the person's dead, yeah? They're confused. Half the time they don't know they're dead, yeah? Full of fear, and it's like a huge metro with no signs, yeah? Lots of beings pushing, shoving, and many doors, yeah? No, but you don't know where you're going. So Om Mani Padme Hum is to make sure you go on the right way, on the rainbow bridge, on the right direction, yeah? So all the doors to hell, to animal, to addiction are closed, yeah? Okay? And you can only go in the good way. So that's what the rainbow bridge of Om Mani Padme Hum is for, yeah? That's why we have to always sing Om Mani Padme Hum and send that energy to our dear ones who die, yeah? And it guides them, yeah, to the right place, yeah? So it guides them through the bardo, and finally, what do they see? They see like one light, and there, they see their future parents, yeah? So actually, we have karmic connection with millions of people because we were reborn many, many times, yeah, okay? So actually, basically, we have like karmic connection with everybody, basically. However, what pops up in that moment, maybe it was what's available, I don't know, yeah? But anyway, we're magnetized to our future parents, you know? So anyway, so they say like a fly going towards meat. We see our future parents making love and then full of attachment. It's like Jung, actually, yeah? Or Freud, yeah? And we would dive in and then poof. Then it's like diving into a swimming pool without any water, yeah? And then you have a blackout, and then hence we start the new life like that, yeah? That's the ordinary rebirth, then unconscious, and then all starts again, yeah? Born out of, die in unknowing and fear, reborn in confusion, full of negative emotions, and then of course what our mind projects is not perfect, yeah?
Yeah, but like the other day we were, thank you. The other day we were talking about Lama Lawang, how the night before.
He's different, yeah?
Of course, he's a very high practitioner. Yeah. But like for us, we discussed many times. So if you're not such a high practitioner, or anyway you're taken by fear, whatever, in that, because it's the first time that in that condition, in those conditions. So so when we go to the hum, which is the so-called black vision, where fears might arise. So is that moment that we have at least to help ourselves with the vision of our Lama or whatever, Jesus Christ, whoever, I mean, our Guru, our
Actually, we have to think about our Guru or Jesus or Buddha or whatever long before that, yeah? I mean, like, so when somebody is dying, yeah, usually, I mean, okay, maybe if it's a car crash, it's quick, yeah? But normally it takes some time, no? That's why actually all religions have something to offer, you know, because they, you know, you think of Jesus, Buddha, whoever, yeah, your guru, yeah. We need to take refuge, yeah, yeah. Before your mind dissolves, yeah. When it goes into the subconscious, then it just goes and it's automatic. We have to do while we're still conscious, yeah. You know, so this is why religion is really, really beneficial for, well, old people, yeah, okay.
Sure.
When we're getting near to death, you know, it's super, super positive, and all religions have a good way to deal with that, you know. So it's before that actually, Nuna, yeah, if possible, yeah. So actually we, you know, whole life we're taking refuge, you know. Because anyway, you don't know the last moment, you know, maybe we're walking along, a tree falls on our head, we just don't know what will happen. No, really, we have no idea how, you know. So it might be, yes, we can spend like some weeks, you know, meditating, doing Vajrayogini self-initiation, or we might just walk along and, I don't know, fall off a cliff. We don't know what might happen to us, no? Yeah. But I think, based on, well, people's experience that I know, yeah, anyway, if you spend a lot of time practicing meditation, anyway, at that moment, your mind is going to go in a positive direction, you know? You know, let's say you have a car crash or something, yeah, okay? And you don't have time to do all these, you know, Om Mani Padme Hum, Lama Kien. Anyway, the mind is already primed by the practice, no? And it's my feeling, honestly, yeah, okay? You know? Okay, so I think that's why we practice now, you know? Because last minute we have no idea what will happen, you know? Maybe we have Alzheimer's, you know? We just don't know what will happen, no? Yeah? But regardless, if we practice, it will be okay, you know? No. Anyway, that's my opinion from what I saw based on many, many, many friends' experience, you know? You know, so I don't, honestly, but that's why Rinpoche, now we do the practice. Then last minute, hopefully we can, if not, it will be okay anyway. Rinpoche said, Rinpoche, I'm always reading now what Rinpoche said. I read something super nice, he said, don't worry. He said, whether I'm with you now in the life, and he said, also, when I'm not with you, when I'm dead, don't worry, I'm always with you. Guaranteed, I promise, yeah, okay? Rinpoche, anyway, many people went to Rinpoche and said, okay, Rinpoche La, what happens if you die before me, yeah?
Yeah, see, many of us asked that. Yeah.
No, and I believe what Rinpoche said was, don't worry, anyway, I will take care, yeah? Yeah? That's what I heard that he said to many friends, you know, because Rinpoche was so kind, he used to let us ask anything at all to him, including like that, yeah? So he said, don't worry, I'll be there anyway, yeah? You know?
It's it's written also in the Guru Puja. So if you don't have, actually I was one of those who asked Rinpoche.
So,
yes,
please, what did Rinpoche say to you?
That was actually just 1 month before he left his body. And he told me the verse of the Guru Puja 111. So it's
which is, 1 second, which is? Rinpoche always said, get out the Guru Puja book, let's have a look what it says.
Sorry.
Okay. This one, Ninka Dab, this one.
Sorry, it's actually 112. Sorry?
12.
Grazie. Lamna masin chiwe duchena sentam sangyan lame powani tonga yandan jarwe dam ngangi dakpe shindu dropa jingilo. Actually, Rinpoche said, I asked, you know, because who is going to help us if you're not there and doing the power for us? So he said, actually, anything of the Guru Puja will help you. So, and then I asked, yes, but particular, and then he told me to study exactly this verse. And anyway, he repeated many times, even that day, that inside the Guru Puja, there are all the teachings and all the answers.
Okay, so Rinpoche used to do like this, no? He used to do like, what is it? Like Dena jetsun lama tuje le lam nama jin chiwe du jena senta sangya lame powa ni to na yanda Jawe dam nagi da peshin tu drowa jingi lo da peshin tu dropa jingi alo. Like this, no? So actually this is why recently, no, because of the pandemic, so unfortunately, we've had to do so many funerals, yeah, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of funerals. Fortunately, not so many here, but hundreds and hundreds of funerals in South America, yeah. So that's why I was making this book with Rinpoche called Journey to New Life, New Energy, yeah. So I put together, we have a film of Rinpoche doing the poa, yeah, for somebody, yeah. So we just write down, yeah, the prayers, yeah, and make a little sadhana, yeah, okay, with Rinpoche being there, yeah, and since then we did for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, yeah, it's called Rainbow Bridge, yeah, okay. It's what Rinpoche wanted to show easy things for us to do, no? Also we did sometimes in Spain, no? So anyway, if you need, we have this sadhana called Rainbow Bridge, yeah, okay, which is the most easy way to do the poem, but basically the idea is Rinpoche is there in the form of Amitabha, yeah? You do this, please Rinpoche help me, and Rinpoche picks you up and takes you to the Pure Land. Basically, it's very easy, yeah? Together with Om Mani Padme Hum and Om Amitabha Hum, yeah? Okay? Yeah? So he said, don't worry, I'll be there, yeah? Okay? It's on my computer, it's also in many of our Sangha groups, yeah? In Brazil they use it a lot, yeah. Also we have in Spain, yeah. I don't know. If you like, I'll put the English version. I think we have an English and Italian version. I can post it in the retreat group if you like to see. Because Rinpoche's things were for everybody, you know. Yeah, and he wanted everybody to know how to pray for their dear ones, you know. It's true, no. Babel, we're using this a lot, no, in Brazil, no, isn't it? Sorry, Babel, come and tell. Babel says they do every week, yeah? So Rinpoche kindly, he tried to make everything possible, yeah? Okay, so anyway, if you're interested, we have this, yeah? Anyway, even if you don't last minute, just think of Rinpoche, yeah? Lights come down, Rinpoche picks you up, yeah? And takes you to the Pure Land, yeah? Like the helicopter, you know? You know, like the rescue helicopters, yeah? Comes down the string and takes you up, yeah? Okay, that's the idea, yeah? Okay? So, anyway, so where were we? So, yes, anyway, I mean, these things, so deep, so profound, so interesting, no? Yeah? So anyway, when we do Mahasukha, we're training in this, yeah? The elements absorb, yeah? Yeah? So, I don't know, like, my friends in Spain, they went to the children's shop, got the sparkly paper, you know, cut out the elements, yeah? Stick it on the wall, everybody looks at it before you go to bed, yeah? Because otherwise we're thinking about, oh, what happened in the day or the news. Anyway, so then you look at the elements. Try, no? Yeah? So every night we just try a little bit, yeah? And then it's okay, you know? Yeah? I mean, because also, by the way, we don't know if we're going to wake up. I mean, it happened, no? It happened recently to one of our dear friends, no? It didn't wake up. It happens. Sometimes you go to sleep and next day you've gone, yeah? So therefore, also before you sleep, we need to put our mind to take refuge, think about the Guru, meditate on the elements, yeah? Yeah, then, okay, no? Yeah? Because unfortunately, we never know what's going to happen next, do we? But anyway. So, on Mahasukha, we're training in all this, yeah? So you can visualize like the inner stupa, like this meditation, like Nune was just showing, yeah? All this, like Rinpoche showed like all the time, yeah? Then, what was it, zooming into the clear light and then you need to come back out again, yeah, okay? So the coming back out meditation, it's like going to sleep and waking up, yeah? So, if you do this meditation, actually, don't worry, you won't die, yeah? Yeah? Not from that anyway. Not from doing this meditation, yeah? Yeah? But what will happen is we get more energy, yeah? Because it's like going into, yeah? And we'll become more healthy, more strong, we'll become rejuvenated by doing this kind of meditation, yeah? Okay? This explains clearly, actually, in the NgalSo Samaja Sadhana. We have one meditation like this, and it explains in detail how to do, no? So, I was saying recently that actually Rinpoche, he wanted to make a series of 4 books called Overcoming the 4 Sufferings. So the journey to the new life, new energy is one of them, very important, yeah. But also very important is I want to I'm getting old, what shall I do? That's the next important one, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. So it's how to rejuvenate yourself and how to be a happy old Buddhist person, yeah. And enjoy life when you're old, yeah? Okay? And have a good time, yeah? So, these kind of meditations are part of the rejuvenation process, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Yeah? So anyway, now people keep on asking me, oh, what do we do, what do we do? Well, we're already doing it, you know, self-healing, making peace with the environment, the troll course, singing, being happy, mind need to go up, not down, yeah? Okay? Then a few other things, don't eat too much salt, yeah, etc. But basically we're already doing it, yeah, okay? Need to keep doing this and we will be happy old people, yeah, okay? Yeah, I mean, nobody knows how long they're going to live for, but at least we want to, as long as we live, we want to have energy, we want to have a positive mind. And rejuvenation means that, not that you suddenly become 16 years old again, yeah, okay? Yeah? That only happens in the fairy stories, yeah? But rejuvenation means you're, I don't know, 60 or 80, but you feel good, you're happy, you have energy, you know, yeah? You can practice, you can do things, yeah, okay? Yeah? Like, you know, we see actually many great lamas, like Guru Deva, no? What was it, 102 or something, wasn't it? Many lamas, oh, incredible. I see there's many lamas, incredible energy till very, very old, no? Yeah? These things are true, yeah, okay? Anyway. So, Mahasukha is all these kind of incredible things. The whole of the Tantric path is actually there, the Tantric grounds and paths, yeah? So Rinpoche said actually we need 1 week to teach the Vajra Master Empowerment, and we need 1 month to teach the Mahasukha, no? Yeah? Because it's the whole process of the elements absorbing and all the minds absorbing into the clear light, and then actually there's 13 stages of the Tantric path, you know? Incredibly interesting, yeah, there's many commentaries like the famous Clear Light of Bliss book of Geshe Kelsang. If not, there's the Jeweled Staircase commentary of Lama Rinpoche and many others, yeah. Or there's this one, yeah, Blissful Ascent to Swift Enlightenment, yeah. This one from Detchen Ling Press. There's many, yeah. If you're interested, please study such things, yeah, okay. But as Matteo was telling us, actually finally we just need to have the experience. He said that our friend had the dream and Rinpoche said, listen, we just need to, you know, be quiet and have an experience, yeah, not, you know, just think about it, yeah, okay. So anyway, so many incredible things. This we'll never finish to talk about, but anyway, at least some idea is there, no, okay. When we get any experience of the more subtle mind, yeah, we need to put whatever experience of emptiness we have, yeah. So even if our experience of emptiness is just, oh, things change, we have 4 seasons, yeah, yeah. Whatever, you know, things are impermanent, yeah. Whatever we think about at that moment. Things are impermanent, things are connected, yeah, okay. You know, whatever place we can put our mind to get nearer to reality, yeah? Yeah? At that moment we should think about that, yeah? And if we know all about Buddhist philosophy and, you know, no I, no ear, no knowing, we can even repeat the whole Heart Sutra if we want, yeah? Yeah? If you feel like it at that time, if you've memorized it, yeah? But, yeah? I mean, it's like when we do the body mandala practices, no, the combined practice, it's like we're doing, I always thought it was a bit like, when we're doing all this, it's like no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no shoulder, no this, no that, yeah? It's like the meditation on emptiness, no? Yeah? It's like, where is the I? Not here, 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 yeah? It's like the same, isn't it? Like the Heart Sutra, yeah? Yeah, also self-healing, exactly, yeah. I'm not the form aggregate, I'm not my discriminations, I'm not my consciousness, I'm not my feelings, I'm not my personality, yeah? That's like the Heart Sutra, yeah? So Rinpoche's practice has so many different levels, it's like never, never finish actually. Each time we do it is another way to look, and that's why it's always interesting, yeah? So, we need to, as much as possible, think about these kind of things, always together with the motivation of empathy and love for the others, for the world, yeah? I'm doing this because I want the world to be a better place. I want to contribute something positive to society. I want to help the environment, therefore I will meditate on transforming myself into an awakened one, or whatever percentage of that I can reach, yeah? Okay? So anyway, so we do like that, so Om Maha Sukha Hum, yeah? Sukha, bliss, comes from bodhicitta. Bodhicitta comes from being nice to people. No, it's true. From love and empathy is the cause of bodhicitta, yeah? So, if we want great bliss, we have to start by smiling at each other and being nice, yeah? And being kind. No, it's true. Rinpoche, he show like this. He show all kinds of incredible things. He show we need to live we need to give more than we receive, you know, emotionally, yeah? Rinpoche was always giving more than he received, wasn't he? Yeah? Okay? Showed how to do, no? Always kind to every single person. Even what we thought were horrible people, he was incredibly nice and kind and loving, yeah? Okay? Yeah? That's how you develop bodhicitta, how you develop mahasukha, on that basis. Without that, not possible, yeah? Doesn't matter how many red or white little balloons we visualize going up and down in the lava lamp, yeah? It's not going to work, yeah? If it was going to work, it already would have worked. Why we haven't experienced great bliss is because we need to work on the kindness, yeah? Yeah? On the empathy. So we'll just think Rinpoche was like that. He was super kind to everybody. So I need to be more like Rinpoche, yeah? Okay? I need to be nice to people, yeah? I need to be kind. Rinpoche was always kind, always listen, always, can I help you, what can I do? Nothing was too much, yeah, never. So something like that we should, if we want great bliss, we need to do, no? Yeah? Like at least smile at each other. Not like... Anyway, so many, 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 many beautiful things to think about there, yeah? But mainly we need to practice it, okay? Om Maha Sukha Hum, yeah, okay? So if you've got time, when you're doing your own self-healing practice, take a little break, yeah? And relax the mind, NgalSo, yeah? Into that beautiful state of meditation, yeah? Yeah? You know, the NgalSo, yeah? Ngal means everything's difficult, everything's tiring, everything's boring, you know, the normal, yeah? And so means that we heal, we recover our energy, yeah? So that means like meditation, doesn't it, yeah? So, NgalSo Gyab, take a break, yeah? From a horrible samsara mind, yeah? Go into the pure nature of your own mind, yeah? Yeah? Use it positively, yeah? Then come out feeling better, come out feeling refreshed, yeah? With more energy, like the trollko, no? Yeah? Point of that is you feel like, feel so much better, no? Why? Because we're touching those kind of inner energies, you know? Also emotionally, that's why it's called the Trollko, the generator of great joy, yeah? Okay? Trollko means like generating machine, no? So we feel like happy because we're touching those inner energies, yeah? So even us, with our small experience, we know something. Anyway, we saw Rinpoche, it's true, but now we have this small taste, yeah? But we need to practice more and enjoy more, okay? So anyway, so Om Maha Sukha Hum, yeah? Okay, so, okay, then page, that's okay, no? I think that's enough for now on that subject, yeah? What we need to do anyway, we need to practice it, yeah? We know the theory. What we need to do is not just yes, yes, yes. We need to think every day I'd like to meditate a little bit on the 5 elements before I go to bed, yeah? Because anyway, normally I think about stupid things before I go to bed, so better think about Rinpoche and the 5 elements, yeah? And then if I die, it's okay. And if I don't die, maybe I have a beautiful dream, yeah? Or if not, maybe I just feel a lot better, more energy, more refreshed, yeah? anyway, they have all these explanations. It's called the 9 mixings, the 3 transformations, all kinds of very profound and beautiful explanations. But anyway, you can start by practicing this when we go to sleep. Take refuge in Rinpoche, Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. And okay, here's the inner stupa, yeah? And gradually it dissolves, yeah? You can also imagine it dissolving into your heart chakra, yeah? Very powerful. Rinpoche used to call it wisdom key, no? Yeah? Yeah? Incredible key to the mind. Please try, no? Yeah? Let's try more to do it, yeah? Amazing, yeah? Well, there's various versions. Rinpoche said, for example, you can imagine from the top to the, you know, like this Rinpoche stupa, no? Yeah? Imagine a stupa like that from the bottom. Also, it can be 3-dimensional. From the perineum, yeah? Or under your feet, if you like, to the top of your head. And then it can like shrink down into your heart chakra and disappear into one point. If not, you can do like the one element dissolving, like it can like a rocket, you know? Like, you know the old rockets in the 1960s, yeah? I think now they don't do this anymore, but when I was a child, rockets used to go up into space and bits would fall off, yeah? You know, what do they call it? Apollo rockets, yeah? The famous ones that went to the moon, yeah? So it would go up and then a bit would fall off, then it would go up and another bit would fall off. So it's like, first the earth element disappears, no? It absorbs actually, not falls off, yeah? And then the water element dissolves, yeah? So it's like a rocket now and it's getting smaller and smaller, yeah? Till we've finally just got the space element, yeah? Actually, finally, what we have, by the way, is, can somebody pass me that picture on Rinpoche throne, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, thanks, Matteo, yeah? Thanks, yeah. See this picture, yeah, that Babel kindly painted, yeah? Okay, this is the capsule, this is the little landing module to enlightenment, yeah? Okay. So this is the sun, the moon, and the nada, yeah? Om Ahum, yeah? Okay. So we're in the rocket to a Buddhahood, yeah? Okay. The elements absorb, like the big part disappears, and you know, like in the 1960s, there was like this landing module, yeah, okay? This is like the landing module, yeah? So you imagine let's imagine we're inside here together with Rinpoche, yeah? Flying to enlightenment, yeah? This is the Om, the A, and the Hung, yeah, okay? Om, Hung, yeah? And then we reach the moon, the clear light, no? So Rinpoche La, he used to say in the Kumpan, in the 90s, you say many, many times, no? You used to say, you Western people, you've been, not you, in your society, you spent millions of dollars and sent some people to the moon, yeah, okay? And what did you bring back? Rocks, yeah? So he used to say, we Tibetan Lamas, we go to the moon, the clear light every day, yeah? And we bring back inner peace and, you know, all this kind of stuff. He used to say that a lot, no? Yeah? In his early teachings, yeah? So we need to fly to the moon with this. This is the landing module, yeah? And then afterwards, you know, like in the 1960s, they had to land on the moon, yeah, and then take off again, yeah? So then we go backwards now, don't we? Like, oh, like we were doing it. Oh, hum, 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 om, the take off and come back to the normal reality, yeah? Anyway, so I always think this is like, you know, I have all these kind of fantasies, yeah? It's like the lunar module flying to enlightenment, yeah? Okay? And it's one representation of Om Hum, like we were just doing together with together when we were singing, no? In the NgalSo tradition, we have a lot of this meditation of Om Hum in many different ways, yeah? Okay? Anyway, so very auspicious, and there is Evam, bliss and emptiness, yeah? Okay? So this bit here, yeah? Which is also, by the way, what our Trollcore yogis and yoginis are meditating on, yeah? So, all clear, yeah? 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 Yeah?
So it's again a space element, right?
Okay, air. In Sanskrit, yeah? Anyway, they have this, like, kind of harmonic. So, a, yeah? And air are harmonics, yeah? So, air is the harmonic of a. We say in the Trollcore, we say a, yeah? Okay, so it's a is the same as air, yeah? So it's the female energy, it's space, yeah? And vam, yeah, is the male energy, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Like, so moon and sun, yeah? Okay? bliss and emptiness. The Vam is the bliss, yeah, the bodhicitta, and the the A is the space energy, yeah, okay? Yeah? A is A on steroids. I don't know how to say it. It's like a harmonic of A in Sanskrit, yeah? Yeah? I've forgotten what they call it, but there's 3 levels of transformation of mantric sounds in the Sanskrit language, yeah? Anyway, so all these beautiful things, yeah? Yeah? That we need to gradually, we all, including me, we need to integrate and practice and understand more and more, yeah? Okay? And when we deeply understand this, yeah? We become more like Rinpoche, no? Yeah? Like with incredible realization like him, when we find, he left us all these messages, yeah? Of the yogic path, yeah? Yeah? So, yeah, anyway, so that's bliss and emptiness, yeah? Okay? In Self-Healing 3, no? Rinpoche, he wanted to make a whole explanation about that, and there's many, many pictures, and it looks like alchemy transforming the world through Evam, yeah? In a skull cup and a mirror, and then the world transforms into a pure land, yeah? You know? So he tried to, like, you know, through symbols to leave us many, many messages, like, you know? So anyway, now I need to do it, huh? Sorry? What does it say in the Guru Puja? Oh yeah, definitely in all the tantras, you know, this thing, the thing in the skull cup in the tantras is like the self-healing image, no? That we need to in the skull cup is our ordinary body and mind, the 5 impure elements and the 5 impure emotions, yeah? Yeah, it's what's inside of us, yeah? This we need to transform, yeah? Into the pure version, into the nectar, into the Amrita, which is the wisdoms of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas and the 5 pure elements, yeah? And they have all these like super strong images, like visual images of alchemy, to remind us that that's what we need to do, yeah? Okay? Yeah? Okay, so then, page... Actually, no. Tomorrow we'll do dedication for inner and world peace, the word empowerment. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, and then actually more or less we covered like the main part of the self-healing practice, which is good, no? Yeah. So when we do the Mahasukha empowerment, this the Vajra empowerment, the 6 Vajra empowerments up to the Vajra Master transform our body energy. Yeah. Okay. So all the negativities we made with our body, which is many, are purified and healed, yeah? We receive the permission to meditate ourselves in the form of a Guru Buddha, yeah? And if we continue to practice in the future, we can achieve the actual body energy of a holy being, an awakened one, a Buddha, yeah? The secret empowerment is to purify the speech, yeah? So there's like various... Rinpoche always said we need to like look with peace, speak with peace, peace with everything, everything with peace, right, yeah? There's like 4 kinds of negativities with the speech, like lying, slander. Slander is speaking badly about the others, yeah? Gossiping, fofoka, what do you call it, yeah? Petigaletsi, yeah? And swearing, yeah? Paralachi, yeah? Okay? So these 4 things, they damage our holy speech energy, our pure speech energy, yeah? So instead we always need to use our speech in a pure and positive way. So we need to do the opposite, like we need to say nice things about people, use good words, use our words to cooperate, yeah? So what is it? Oh, and tell the truth, yeah? Okay, yeah? You need to be a rishi, a truth teller, yeah? Okay? So then people trust us, yeah? Okay? Yeah? So the secret empowerment, apart from the fact that it shows the process of transforming into a Buddha, it also transforms our speech energy into mantra, yeah? And we receive the permission to recite all the different mantras, yeah? And for them to become powerful. And if we continue, then in the future we achieve the, what do we achieve? The Sambhogakaya, the enjoyment body of a Buddha. The Sambhogakaya is... we ordinary people, when we die, we have experienced the bardo, yeah, okay, yeah? An ordinary, like kind of dreamlike body in a state of confusion. A holy being, yeah, who's trained in meditation, after they die, after they come out of the clear light, they go into what's called the Sambhogakaya, like the rainbow body, the energy body, yeah? You know, like many times in the past year, we said Rinpoche lies in the rainbow body, yeah, okay, yeah? Yeah, it's like a different state, you know. When we do this Garuda mudra, this symbolizes, this is from the, I think, Guhya Samaja Tantra, many other tantras, and they explain that here in the heart chakra, we have the essential life energy, yeah? For us normal people, it's just kind of an energy, like formless, but the yogis and yoginis, they train to develop this energy. And the Garuda, according to the myth, the Garuda bird, when it's in the egg, it's already like, you know, training inside the egg, like a little gymnasium. So when it pecks its way out of the eggshell, it goes like whoosh, out into space and never comes down, yeah? So the Garuda is a symbol that in our life we train in developing our inner energy. Then at the moment of death, the mind and energy becomes free, you know. So people like Rinpoche, at the moment of death, okay, the body is gone, no, dead, but the mind is liberated and not. They have this we call it illusory body, rainbow body, okay. So it's like how do you say, like a either in the form of a Buddha or a rainbow version of them. Over there on the picture on the wall, now we have a picture of a rainbow body, If you look afterwards, where's Prajna Paramita, and then it looks like a Buddha dissolving into a rainbow, Now in Tibet, in Tashi Lumpa Monastery, in the chapels there's the tombs of the Panchen Lamas, okay? So there's also the stupa of Panchen Zampo Tashi, which was one of Rinpoche's past lives, And painted next to this stupa is a rainbow body on the wall, okay? Because in that time, in the 15th century, Rinpoche, in that life, he already achieved this rainbow body, okay? So we were saying these days about Kachin Zopala of Tashi Lumpo, the man with no shadow, right? Okay? That's also a sign of the rainbow body, okay? That he also had that, So what that means is then death is just changing the body, okay? It's like I don't know, you change the car, oh, my car is old, I want a new car, I want a hybrid car, I want an electric car, I need a new car, no? Then just go and get a new car and sit in it, So for rainbow body people, they just say, okay, now I need a new body, I'm going to get a new body, Complete different from us, okay? Like complete different motivation way of doing, So anyway, so like that, okay? So anyway, the speech empowerment is that, Giving the potential for the Sambhogakaya, Transforming the intermediate state into the Sambhogakaya rainbow body state, And then the Mahasukha is transforming the mind, So our mind actually has tons of negativities, but sometimes they say, what is it, malice, covetousness and wrong views. Malice is, I hate you. I will wait to harm you. I will wait and wait. What is it? Revenge is a plate served cold, That's malice, One day I will get you, So this mind we have to give up, Then covetousness is, I wish I had your car, computer, money, house, partner, It's desiring the stuff of other people, Which is a very unhappy mind, Because that mind does not produces what we want, so better to abandon that mind, no? And then the third one, which is the more problematic, is wrong view. So all the time, as long as we have a broken mental computer, like our mind is projecting reality wrong, we have wrong view, So anyway, so all that is purified by the Om Mahasukha, okay? Why? Because then if we do the element absorptions, our mind starts to, and we go into the clear light or something in that direction, we start to fix our broken mental computer, If we can generate that subtle mind and think about reality, we're actually fixing our mind, So the word empowerment purifies our mind, it gives us the possibility to meditate on bliss and emptiness, and finally, if we continue to do it for long enough, we will achieve the Dharmakaya, which is the holy mind of an awakened one, a Buddha, okay? Okay? So that's where we got to so far, And tomorrow, actually the next part is also the word empowerment is very important wisdom key, because let's say we're dissolved into bliss, oh, wonderful, Now we need to think about something, So the word empowerment is what we're supposed to think about, So it can be either Om Bishwa Shanti Hum or a few other things. So tomorrow we'll look at a few other things, Rinpoche many times, I mean, I know because I was his scribe, okay? So I used to ask him, why don't we put more? He said, no, Om Bishwa Shanti Hum, Because finally you just need the experience, However, before we get to that experience, there's many explanations about what we need to think about, yeah? That they explain about in the tantric initiations and things like that, or in self-healing. So tomorrow we'll talk about that, yeah? And then in a very easy way, in a NgalSo way, we talked about the transforming the chakras, no? The vase empowerment, the secret, the wisdom, and the word empowerment, yeah? Which are the main parts, let's say, of the self-healing, yeah? I mean, of course, that's not all there is to say on the subject, but at least some idea we got, yeah? Okay? So we'll do like that. Is there any questions, or shall we dedicate and have dinner? No? Good. So let's dedicate, yeah? Okay, so let's make a very strong dedication that we can put Rinpoche beautiful practice into practice, yeah? Why? Because we need it, and also the world needs it, yeah? Okay? The world needs people who are not afraid, who are generous, who have a stable mind, yeah? Who give love to others and who have some inner peace, yeah? The world really, really needs people like that, and we're training to become people like that, yeah? Then we have something to give to the others, isn't it, yeah? Because people desperately need more people like... The world needs people like that, yeah? It's too unstable, too many difficulties, so we need to be part of the Shambhala community of light, yeah? Giving the right message, yeah? Okay? And if we practice self-healing, make peace the environment, we can become that kind of person, yeah? And help others, yeah? Okay? I mean, that's what we're doing, isn't it? Here and in all our centers around the world, yeah? Creating oasis for people like that, yeah? Okay? To grow and develop. Maybe it's like a greenhouse, a nursery, yeah? For Shambhala people, yeah? Okay. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, okay? So please make a very strong dedication that we can grow and become those kind of fearless and generous and stable and loving and peaceful people who can help the others, and that we can all do something for society and the environment, yeah? Okay? Om Bhishwa Shanti Hum. Om Bhishwa Shanti Hum. Om Bhishwa Shanti Hum. Om Bhishwa Shanti Hum. Om Bhishwa Shanti. Peripotere della verità. Pace, gioia, ora sempre. Peripotere della verità. Pace, gioia, ora sempre. Per il potere della verità, pace e gioia ora sempre. Lama Conchoso la Kyapsuchi, Rani la Seldoni Sunecho, Dona Chusunyecho Dadando, Gecho Kundu Jishindo. Dona di sonampa geweso, Jine sapane inududa, no pupaso shambhala gene, la mehe langirimpata. Ni modele sendele, ni me kuhyandele shin, ni sentahatu dele pel, kunjo sungi jingilo, kunjo sungi nudruso, kunjo sungi tashisho. All'alba, al tramonto, di notte durante il giorno, possono i tre gioielli concederci le loro benedizioni, possono aiutarci a ottenere tutte le realizzazioni e conspargere il sentiero della nostra vita con molti sì. Ok, grazie. Ci vediamo alle 9, no? See you at 9 for self-healing, yeah? Okay. Please, if anybody wants to sign this paper for Lama Jampa, please write him a nice message, you know, because there's still many times to recover, yeah? Poor thing, yeah? I'm going in the hospital. I think it's tomorrow or Sunday. Anyway, I have to go in the hospital to see him. Yeah.